in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you this Tuesday morning here in a very blustery, damp, soon to be wet southern Arkansas. You may hear, I can hear it here. I don't know if it'll come through on the audio, but my wind chimes on the front porch are just a clinging and a clacking. It is starting. The wind is starting to get up out there. We're supposed to have 98% rain here in the Stone today, and they said it's supposed to be here by about 9-10 o'clock, and pretty much set in for the day. So we are indoors and dry, and we ain't gonna let it dampen our spirits around here, because we got a pretty cool one for you, in my opinion. We'll see what you guys think, but I think we got a pretty cool one set up for y'all today. But first of all, we always start off with a what you totin', and when we do so, we always start off with the Holy Land Pocket Cross. This is a staple in my front left pocket. Never leave home without it, or I try to. Yeah, Brother Dwayne Clark is the proprietor, the one that sends these out to everybody, and it is just a beautiful thing, and love him for it. And today, riding in what I still have to say is a mystery piece of leather. Really hoping that changes soon. We are gathering information, and I'm pretty sure in a week or so we should be able to, all the information and the prototyping and the demoing should be just about wrapped up. We should have some good feedback. I hope to show y'all that in the upcoming weeks. If not, I don't think it'll be months plural, but it may still be a month or so out. But can't wait to show you what we've been demoing. But anyway, what is in said leather today is this guy right here. And this is my DLT, I'll back it up there, my DLT exclusive single blade trapper in the good old micarta. And as you can see, we got some teeners aplenty going on this old clip point blade here. And we are loving this. We did, I think I showed this for a modified Monday. As you can see, I put a lanyard hole in mine to make it easier to pull out of a good old slip. So I modded that a little bit and added that myself. But we are loving this thing, and that is what we're going to be rocking today. So anyway, give me just a second. Always get cotton-mouthed, but today we are just going with some good old sweet tea. And when I say sweet tea, I don't know if you Walmart people out there have ever heard of Red Diamond. It is a staple in the gallon tea section down here in the South, and I drink the Red Diamond, and it is sweetened by Splenda, so it is sweetened. No calorie, no sugar, no calorie, Splenda sweetened Red Diamond tea is what's in the old tumbler this morning. But anyway, real quick, before we get off into what I think is going to be a pretty cool one this morning, I do have a prayer request. You guys have heard me several times, many times, talk about Brother Jason and Stephanie Wise up in Dandridge, Tennessee. Jason is kind of going through it again. Miss Stephanie reached out to me yesterday for prayers, and I thought it right to mention it one more time. But he is just having a time with he has a port in him, and he has to have, I think it's twice a week, infusions, IV infusions. And when the nurse came yesterday, it had clogged up. They could not get it to, I don't want to say flushing, taking the IV. It was clogged. It was messed up. And that is very serious. He has to have those regular infusions, and she is going to come back Thursday. I don't know if she's bringing new tubing. She's going to try, I'm sure they're, going to back up and punt and try something different this Thursday. But just keep that family in prayer. It breaks my heart. This situation just breaks my heart. It's near and dear to me. He is a great guy. We do some horse trading. We talk on the phone. I love Brother Jason and his wife, Miss Stephanie. They're good, just salt of the earth people, in my opinion. Have not met them in person yet, but hope that changes sometime. And Miss Stephanie has a heart condition, and I believe she has a pacemaker, and she's kind of been going through it with her heart. And I mean, she is the numero uno, obviously his wife and caregiver, and it's just been a mess. So when she's not feeling down and her heart's beating and pounding and giving her a fit, of course that's time away. That's just a mess when she's trying to help Jason. So I know I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but my heart gets in the way. But anyway, pray for the Wise family, for both of them, that we get that port free flowing, and Jason gets what he needs. I had been hearing a lot of good things about his strength improving, and he is the one I said, and I mean it. I mean it with everything in my being. When this guy can get up, and we can get him, even in a wheelchair, and get him out of that bed. I told him I'm coming from Arkansas, and we are going knife shopping in Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I long for the day that happens. Hopefully, when that does, we can get a few other people, some of the other knife tubers. I know there's a bunch of them around the Tennessee area, and maybe we can just make it a thing. But anyway, before I get too far off topic, pray for the Wise family. Jason and his wife Stephanie can use our prayers. So there's that. Okay. It's always hard to segue from from a prayer request that's kind of tugs at your heartstrings into pocket knives, but we're going to try to do it. And anyway, today we are going to be repping this young man, Brother Jim. He's gonna appreciate me calling him a young man. Down there in good old Wiggins, Mississippi. You guys know him as Big Jim with Barlow Brigade. And y'all take in that Barlow real quick there on his logo, because I got something today that is not the exact same one, but I believe, Brother Jim, you let me know, Brother Jim, I think I might have a Barlow banger, but you just let me know. And the one I'm talking about is Shabam. Check this guy out. And I will tell you, start with, it looks a little peaked right now, and that is by design. This was gifted to me, and I'm going to tell you by who, but I'm not going to tell you any backstory. I actually got 2 knives gifted to me by Brother Dwayne over at Cross Creek Outdoors. If you guys watched my video, I believe it was Sunday, a few days back at Sunday video, when we got out on the front porch and we were talking about Brother Sanctified Brother Stephen. He had sent in a gift pack for me and Dwayne to go through. Well, Dwayne brought me over a couple of knives, and Brother Jim, this is one of them, and I have not cleaned on it. We still got all kind of, some teener spots. You turn it around here, got some spots here on the tip of that pen blade. I haven't done nothing to this yet. I wanted to show it in its original state as it came to me. We will clean it up at some point, try to put its best foot forward, but get this thing kind of opened up a little here. This thing is basically, as far as I can tell, is untouched. It may have the factory edge. There is zero blade loss on any one of these blades. It did have some oil on it, but we're going to get into how old this thing is. But we do have some teeners, and is it pitted? It might have a little pitting right there on the tip of that blade right there, yeah. Hopefully we don't have to go too deep and we can get most of that off. But yeah, I believe this is like new old stock. Don't think it's ever been sharpened, touched. And the story of this is a 10 OT old timer, as it says so right here on the bolster. And I believe, Brother Jim, this is my first old timer Barlow. I would have to check back my collection, but I believe if not, there may be one more I'm forgetting, but I don't think so. And I can tell you with certainty, it is the first old timer Barlow that is Ulster made. This is before Schrade picked this up. This is an old, and I don't know if we can, let's see if we can get this to come through. Oh man, maybe right there. Ulster USA 10 OT. So this is an Ulster old timer, not Schrade, and just cool. I got a little bit of history. I had to write it down here. Actually, this is a card from Brother Jim, so I've got to make sure I don't show all his inflammation here. But I used the back of his card. Hope he gives me a pass on that to jot down some notes. It is on a Barlow, Brother Jim, so maybe that'll get me a little grace on writing on the back side of your card. But these ran from 1964 to 1967. There was a 4-year period there. They ran this knife, and then it came back again in 1970. So this little knife was only ran for a total of 5 years. And these were Prince Albert tobacco. If you've seen those old tins, some of those tobacco tins, the Prince Albert tobacco cans that had the knives on the back of them, little advertising tins. These were some Prince Albert tobacco little knives, and it says that they were a whole whopping $4.75 back in the day. So, and honestly, compared to like Imperials, you could say, my goodness, is that cheap? Well, actually, for the time, that was a fairly good price for a pocket knife. Your Imperial stuff, your Colonial stuff, I've seen a lot of those knives that were 99 cents up to $2. Well, this was $4.75. This one was breaking the bank to get you an old timer Barlow back in the day. But anyway, I just think this thing is cooler than creek water, especially that is the saying, proprietary saying to the buddy that gifted me this. This thing is just so cool. I mean, let's just say it's a 1970, if it's in that year, that would make it, I'm a 74, so that would make it like a 54-year-old knife at its earliest. And if it was part of that 64 to 67, even back it up some more, So this could be as old as a 60-year-old knife, anywhere from a 55 to 60-year-old Barlow. Has the long pull nail nick here on this clip point. Has a nice cool little swedge right here. Has your steel bolsters there, saying Barlow Old Timer. If I can turn it where it reads right for you guys. There you go, Old Timer Barlow. The little pin blade here has the old cat's eye nail nick on it. And we have some good old saw cut. Pinch it right here. Some good old saw cut black delrin as our covers. Looks like we're held together by 3 brass pins. And right now we have some nice corroded and tarnished brass liners. Like I said, I haven't done anything to this. I wanted to show this knife in all its glory as it was gifted to me by Dwayne before we go to, cleaning on it and polishing on it, which we will. See if we can get some of that definitely on that tip there. There's a couple of spots on here on that tip. We have a little more, as you can see right here right above that long pull nail nick. See if we can get some of that cleaned up and maybe polished or lightly sanded off. But just wanted to show this in its original state as it came to me, which is not too bad for a 60-year-old carbon steel. Obviously, carbon steel is what we got going here, Barlow. And let me see if I can kind of recreate this like Brother Jim has here. He's got his clip point blade straight up. What do y'all think? Huh? Maybe right there. Almost looks just like it, doesn't it, Big Jim? So I'm going to say, without getting the man's approval, that we just might have a Barlow Brigade banger. But Brother Jim will, he will let me know if this qualifies. But I think it might just, if he grades me on a curve, this one might make Barlow banger status. And let's check out some walk and talk on this dude. Very nice. We have 0 problems there. Let's check it out on the close. Very nice. Kind of got away from me before I wanted it to close. Let's do that one more time. Very good. See what we got with these secondary blades. And I found out that these secondary blades, a lot of you have talked about it too, that boy, those little secondary blades keep the snap. Let's see if that's the case on this one. Yeah, y'all hear that audio difference? Oh yeah, she's got snap. Yeah, that little pin blade has got snap in spades, folks. But just loving this little guy. Ulster, an Ulster old timer, huh? That is just cool to me. I don't even know that I had a Schrade old timer Barlow. Shamefully, sorry, Brother Jim. I had to go back and look. I may be wrong. I may have one that's a Schrade old timer, but I don't think I do. And to go all the way back, and when I finally get one in my collection, an old timer, it to be Ulster made when Ulster was still doing the old timer line. That is just outstandingly cool to me. So hopefully, my man, this qualifies, and you got a kick out of that this morning. But we're gonna get on off here, getting real close to that 20-minute mark. But folks, if you ain't checking out my buddy Big Jim over here at Barlow Brigade, you're missing out. This guy is a hoot. He has a lot of knowledge. He's very humble. He defers. He's always talking about how he gets stuff, ideas, and and some knowledge from my channel. But brother, that goes both ways. That is a two-way street. I get a lot out of you, Brother Jim. You have plenty of knowledge yourself, and I just love your spirit. And hopefully you got a kick out of this little guy this morning, and hopefully you guys do too at home. That's what I got for you today, and we're gonna get on off here. Got a dentist appointment a little later on, so got to get ready for that. Get out in this weather, but it's gonna be good. Hopefully we see you back tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and we'll do it all again. God bless you, and I'm HT, and we are out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT's EDC.